share screen here. So this release, we actually had two releases, both in the last month. So we had a 22.01.10 as well as our 22.02.00. The 22.01.10 was primarily for some of our Sierra libraries that were going live in a time frame that was between releases. We did a lot of Sierra work. There were some concerns with the patron API and the security of the patron API, so we worked hard to remove anywhere that was being used. And there were also some differences with the configuration of Sierra. So historically, we'd used screen scraping to integrate with Sierra, and there were enough differences that it wasn't worth using screen scraping anymore. So we switched to use the Sierra APIs, which is going to be great for us, like long term. We're going to be able to do so much more with it and just make sure that every Sierra instance is behaving the same way. So that was all great work. There's a lot of detail there in terms of what we actually replaced. But it was a lot of just changing stuff to use Sierra APIs, stuff that takes work that's not exciting, that just results in, hey, you can place a hold, which is good. And you could place it before, but you can place it better now. And then just a few other things. So some little tiny updates. So like sorting MARC records by tag. So for all of those ILSs that export MARC records in random order, the tags now show up properly in staff view. So should be easier to read. Then, yeah, there are some other things, but just some little things there fixed. 2202, again, there's a theme right now of we're doing a lot with ILSs. So the main things that are like massive, big, fun things to demo right now are all in Lida. So Kirsten, I'm going to have you share screen and we'll talk through some of those things. So Aspen Lida is getting an update. It is available now in the test server. So let's just take a look. Let's start with, we're going to log in. So we're updating Lida to be able to be branded by library. So it's going to be, you will be able to release your own version. We'll show that in a little bit. So we've done some updates to managing browse categories. So making those refresh properly and that kind of thing. Let's look at the search page too. So all of the quick searches can now be customized by library. So if you don't like US history dinosaurs, I forget what the other ones were. There was a couple of other ones. These are the ones that we've customized because we like cheese. So you can customize those in your own library settings and they will appear when you log in. You can't really see it here, but we'll go ahead and go to the card. Can't really see it, but these colors, so like that light blue is the same color that is on our Aspen test instance. So the theming now from your library is now applying, as well as the logos. So like there where it's got the main library and there's the logo, that is being drawn from Lida, which is really cool. So you can do that and you can upload and customize those. We were previously using the favicon, but now there's like some actual customization you can do. We've also, yeah, let's go into account. Let's see, what are we looking at here? And the more. So we've added a dark theme. So if you click into night, you can see our dark theme. We can click around a little bit there. So like we can go to discover and you can have a dark mode for the people that want those. We can rotate the screen, so it'll now work properly in either portrait or landscape mode, which is cool. We can rotate back and forth. We get a lot of capability with that. What else am I missing here? Should we show a library branded app? Yeah, let's show. And this is just an example of another one. So we're using Knox County, Tennessee as a example. So the idea here is that the splash screen is branded, this login screen is branded. We still need to select our library. We're looking at making this possibly be an optional step, depending on the library. But then we can log in. And all of the colors obviously are different. The browse categories are different. The search, if we click in there, we'll have some, in this case, we don't have quick searches set up. So you can choose to have them or not have them. So a lot of good progress there. We will be working, we're going to talk about it later, but we'll be working on getting the first app actually deployed out into the app stores for the first library branded version of Lita. Yeah, the idea is this is then your own individual one that people will not search for Aspen Lita in the app store. They will search for your library name and find it.
So is that just part of the package, Mark, or is there an additional cost to customize?
Yeah, there's going to be an additional cost for that, and that's mainly because it is going to be a fair bit of work on our end. So there's, we can get you pricing on that if you're interested. And the idea would be that for a consortium like Click, it could either be branded, so you could have a Click library app, or if one of your individual libraries wanted to have an app branded for them, so say like Pines Plains wanted their own app, they could have their own app as well. So got a lot of flexibility built into it. Anything else there that we think that's good? Okay. I will take over screen sharing again. So some of the other things that we worked on, so that was Lita. We've done a lot of work with Evergreen. We're learning lots and lots about Evergreen, getting that integrated. That's going to get some more attention. Some additional work on Folio. Some of our partners overseas are getting really interested in that. So we wanted to make it easy to get started on that. Made some ILL updates to be able to see we're starting to have some Koha libraries actually integrating with InReach. So for anybody that uses InReach as your ILL system, we have the ability to show more links to InReach. So either within the search bar or at the end of search results, you can see those results and then link out to your InReach system. There's just some indexing updates. Open Archive is really cool. So we've had a couple of cases where we've had a hard time pulling covers out of some Open Archive systems just because they've got multiple different templates for display. So we're going to support that now. So we'll be able to pull from different kinds of templates on the back end so that you'll get more covers. Like Overdrive is showing on order. The big thing that we did that everybody's going to see is, and in response to some of the feedback we've gotten from y'all about some of your priorities, some more search capabilities. So one of the things that a lot of people were seeing was if we do a search for brown bear, what do you see with the question mark? It was previously not giving, or well, it was showing everything. So now it's going to show us brown bear, what do you see? So we're properly handling those question marks at the end of search terms. We also did some updates related to stemming. So stemming in a couple of different places. So the first one is subject searching. So we were having issues where if somebody was searching for like productivity, the stemmed version of that. So basically, a lot of search engines do this where they say, hey, we're going to say maybe people didn't mean productivity. Maybe they meant product. And in this case, that's probably not right, especially for subjects. So if you search for productivity now, you're going to see productivity, not anything that's stemmed from that. It still does a little bit of stemming. It's just a way less aggressive one. So things like if you're searching for products, it will still find product, but it's not going to do productivity and product are pretty significantly different subjects. So we didn't want to do that. And then kind of similarly for author. So if we did a search for like lovely, it would stem that back and do anything that included love. Well, most people aren't thinking of doing stemming with authors. So we're going to do just search for lovely. So you may get more no-hit results, but you're going to get the results. Other things that we did, a lot of kind of special things for some different libraries. So again, a few more Sierra updates, Symphony updates. So there was a request to be able to apply some automatic notes to holds when placing a hold so that they could kind of figure out what system they were coming from. So we added the capability to do that. Web builder, like there's all kinds of fun things that people are finding, interesting bugs. So like if a custom form was embedded on a custom page, it couldn't be submitted properly. So that's fixed. A lot of these other updates are little things that if you've seen them, you'll love them. And if you don't know about them, you'll love them too. You just won't know about them as much. So, so yeah, there's some things that are kind of specific there that were high priorities for partners, as well as just some general good things. So those are the big things. So a lot of back-end stuff this time. I'll pass the mic